No, I don't know what that is.
I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Orange Township Board of Trustees. Today is Wednesday, November 19th. Fiscal Officer Batten, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Ringel.
Here.
Trustee Faust.
Here?
Trustee Knapp.
Here.
Would you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First agenda item we have this afternoon are general announcements. Does the board have some general announcements?
I saw there's a sign for a blood drive in December. Do we know what the date is?
The 19th.
December 19th is our next blood drive.
Holiday event.
Holiday event is December 7th from 4:30 to 6:30 at North Orange Park, which is the one by the pool. That's live entertainment from some of our school groups. It is cookies and hot chocolate and fun other, like we have the Grinch coming, we have a juggler coming, the train around the pond, that's always a giant hit. Toy drive for people in need that the fire department will be collecting for us. And then Santa at the very end, of course, rolls in on the fabulous fire truck. And then there's pictures with Santa at the end. Great time is always had by all. Come join us. Also, happy Thanksgiving, it's before that.
And this Saturday, David and Mary's is having a grand opening. They're going to be at 6001 Columbus Pike, just a little bit further north on 23. They are a farm stand, so it's always good to see more new businesses coming into the community.
Yeah, I'm excited to check that place out.
When is that?
David and Mary's, it's basically,
Or when is it?
This Saturday at 9 a.m.
Okay. It's farm produce.
Yes.
they have a bunch of different farmers, I think, what they're purchasing from. Yeah, it's gonna be great. And it'll be all year round, so not just on like a once a week
Yeah, seasonal.
seasonal thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, it'll be great, yeah.
Does that have a building and all that there?
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Is that all?
The light fight.
The light fight. So if you want to participate in the light fight, which is decorate your house with the holiday lights, signups for that are through
They're on the website.
on the website. Sign up right now.
In Wreaths Across America.
Oh, yeah, Mike, that's yours.
December 13th, the township will be hosting Wreaths Across America at the the Africa Road Cemetery. That will be at 10 a.m. If you'd like to volunteer to lay wreaths on our veteran graves, you can sign up through our website. There's also the ability to donate a wreath for that ceremony. We had a great turnout the last year, and hopefully we'll have good weather and a good turnout this year as well.
Michelle, when are the offices closed for Thanksgiving? Is that on next week on?
Our holiday schedule is on Thursday and Friday next week. The office will be closed.
Okay, Just want to check. I don't have anything else.
This would probably be a good time to bring up the railroads as well. I don't know if that's going to be something under, operations report necessarily, but for anyone who hasn't had the pleasure of trying to drive across Orange Road, railroad tracks, or Pyatt further north, we were given notice, I should say the county engineer was given notice through the railroad, from the railroad companies, that there were going to be intermittent closures of the railroad tracks, I believe through today. Is that correct?
Yes, and I spoke with the administrator at the engineer's office this afternoon, and he confirmed that one of them is already open, I think the most far north one that's in the township. I thought he said Shanahan, but I could be wrong if it's Pyatt.
I think it's Shanahan.
Shanahan, so
Shanahan
that's
and
open
Pyatt.
as of an hour ago, and then the other two, at this point, what we know is they should also be open.
Okay. So apologies to residents for the seemingly late notice on that traffic pattern reroute, but we'll, as always, try and keep residents as informed as quickly as possible when we receive that information.
And my understanding is the engineer's office was informing us as soon as they were informed as well. So we're all doing our very best. We know it's frustrating. We're sorry.
Any other general announcements?
I can't think of any.
Okay. Do we have any public comment today? Seeing no public comment at the moment, we have next on our agenda a Joint Economic Development District hearing. So I'll make a motion to open the public hearing concerning the Joint Economic Development District. Director Duffy, are you going to be speaking to the purpose of the JED application?
Sure. So this is a proposed amendment to bring a new property into the Joint Economic Development District, which is our partnership with the City of Worthington. This is for property at 6787 Green Meadows Drive, approximately 28 acres there. That is the Cologix data center that is currently under construction. So we do have the required paperwork from them to officially join our JED. When it opens, they are projecting 25 to 30 full-time positions that would be subjected to income tax that we share proceeds with the City of Worthington. Total payroll would be approximately $2.5 to $3 million. So back of the napkin math indicates that would bring about $50,000 annually to the township.
I believe the City of Worthington has already approved the application.
So they've held their hearing on Monday, as we are doing now, and then I believe the city will be taking action in early December to formally approve the amendment, and our legal counsel will be drafting up that paperwork for the township to formally approve in the coming weeks following this hearing.
Thank you to the City of Worthington for that this partnership. This is another way that we're trying to diversify our revenue here in the township to be less reliant on real property taxes, as we all know that are very high in our community. Any?
And from, just so the community is aware, this was an area that was zoned to industrial a good number of years ago. So it did not come before the public when it became Cologix for us. So it was already zoned industrial, so they didn't have to come to us, because that's what we do, is we just do the zoning change, like the land use. So yeah.
Yeah, so they had to be automatically and administratively approved as long as they met the zoning. So that property was zoned decades ago. I mean, I don't even know when, but, so normally an application would come in and the trustees and the zoning commission would hear it for a change in land use. But this was just administratively approved because it was already an approved land use from decades ago. So the trustees didn't recruit this company to come in, the township didn't. And then they were granted some tax incentives or some kind of abatements, but that would have been through the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. So they grant all tax abatements and situations like that in the county. So again, it was nothing that we solicited or asked to come in. And it is in an industrial area that's not adjacent to any existing single-family homes. And the land is pretty flat. I don't think there's any trees on it, so they're not taking down any natural areas. It's right next to the railroad track, so probably the best place to put it in the township. And then did they have to join our JED? That we asked them to, and they agreed to, is my
They agreed to
understanding?
as part of the overall economic development package with Delaware County.
Oh, they agreed to, okay.
But it wasn't like we had any sort of stick or carrot to get
Correct.
them, to force them to join. So we're, in that way, grateful for the partnership and
Yes.
their willingness to.
Yeah, when we undertake a rezoning, we usually ask for applicants or companies to join our JED as a part of that approval, but since we didn't have that in this case, they pretty much voluntarily agreed to join the JED, so we'll get at least some income tax money, even though it was part, I guess, of the agreement with Delaware County. But we all toured their facility a few weeks ago in Worthington, and it's not, the new one's gonna be a couple stories high, the one in
Just one
Orange County?
story.
Oh, it's just one story. It's very small. It's small compared to some. It's not like the 47-foot tall behemoth Amazon data warehouses. It's relatively small. And we met with some of the people there, and we got to tour the operations, and it was really nice, actually. And it seems like, well, I want to still look into some of the environmental impacts, as I've had questions about that, but it didn't seem to be have as big of an impact as some of the larger data centers, so.
And it's a good spot, I mean, it's an industrial use in an industrial part of our community, so.
Yeah, and they're not taking any forests down, like, you know, thank goodness, so.
Do we have any public comment with respect to the application? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing concerning the Joint Economic Development District.
Can I get a second for that one, the closing?
Second?
Okay.
Roll call, trustee Knapp,
Yes?
trustee Faust,
Yes?
trustee Riegel.
Yes.
Do we need to have a second to open the hearing?
I think if we can stay consistent with how we've done hearings before, so seconding just for the closing is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about for TIF hearings? Would we like to have a second for this one?
Sure.
Okay. So a next agenda item is a hearing on a tax increment financing area. I'll make a motion to open the public hearing concerning the Evans Farm Incentive District tax increment financing. Do I have a second?
Second?
Roll call, trustee Nab,
Yes?
trustee Faust,
Yes?
trustee Ringel.
Yes. And then Administrator Bonnie, would you like to speak to this, the purpose of this public hearing?
Yes, thank you. So here today, we will be discussing an Evans Farm residential TIF. TIF is a tax increment financing economic development tool that helps allocate funding for infrastructure needs. The TIF that is being proposed today is a 30-year non-school impact TIF. In other words, the school district is made whole with this TIF proposed. This map here is the area that will be TIFed, I guess, is a word we can say. This is broken down into 26 incentive districts. The estimated value for this area is over 905 million, as 1,277 homes will be constructed within the proposed TIF area, and that is not something that's decided today. That was part of the zoning for this area as early as 2016 when this zoning was first created. And then there's several public infrastructure projects that will be reviewed and considered for eligible expenses. That is not determined at this time. Today is just to have the public hearing if anybody has questions or concerns with this area proposed. I do want to highlight a couple key points with this. This does not change anybody's real property taxes, so this is not a tax increase by any means. It is really a form of reallocating the taxes that the property owners would already have to provide for infrastructure needs in this area. The TIF was requested by the developers of this property, so this was not something the township necessarily initiated, but we're hoping to have a good public-private partnership with this moving forward. That's all I have at this point in time, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
How many houses did you say? I got 905 million, but how many houses?
1,277 homes.
And that includes a multifamily, is that right?
Correct. Mhm.
And when was this TIF process initiated for this project?
We started it in October. I'm not sure if it was the first or second meeting. I can check that.
Of this year?
Mhm.
But, I mean, or the discussions?
Like,
We've had internal meetings with staff, maybe a few months before that, but this is a new project for us. But yeah, we sent the notifications out to the Career Center, Olentangy Schools, all of the residents within the Evans Farm TIF, and the county commissioner's office.
And then how much money is this expected to generate for the projects?
As far as taxes go. So let me see if I have the latest numbers I have. Let's see if I can find that. And nothing is definitive at this time, but let me see what this. So, again, the developer is the one that provided this data, but it is, if the TIF were to go into place, it would project approximately 45 million for infrastructure needs over the 30-year period.
Over the 30, so
Yeah.
we're looking at 1 point something million
Yeah.
per year.
I think it would probably depend on how quickly everything built out, but
You said 45 million, and so that will come out of, it just applies to that area. It's just taxes coming out of that area, right? And what are an example of some projects that would be done?
So the developer has listed several projects. They've suggested providing funding for South Old State, Lewis Center Road, Pyatt Road, English Drive, which is I wouldn't say it's a regional road, but it's their main corridor that kind of goes east-west of the development. Other projects have been quiet zones for the railroad crossings, all trail-related things, any trail connections that are needed in the area. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything else. Those projects have not been determined. That will be negotiations that the trustees will need to have with the developer if we do proceed with the TIF.
And then where will the money be coming from, not from the schools, right? Because they're going to be made whole, but it will come from our parks levy and our fire levy.
Yeah, any
and
township and county levies.
Roads, okay. And where else?
Library, DD,
Okay.
preservation
District.
parks, Source Point.
So that's all money that's, so you said it could be improvements to South Old State, like what?
Widening.
But isn't that a county road?
So they are proposing funding for county road projects with this TIF. And again, that has not been determined yet.
I mean, I think the county should pay for that. I wouldn't be in support of that, because that's their road, right? Correct? Okay. I mean, I do, what is in it for the township to approve this?
So the benefit of the townships driving this TIF instead of the county is that the township has all the control of what the money is going to be spent for, not the county. So if the township chooses to use it for township-only projects, we have the right to do that.
So we get to, because the JED board, or the TIF board has, can you describe? remind
There's
me
no
of the-
TIF board.
There's no board? We
No.
just the trustees will decide. So
There
we-
would be an agreement that the township would have with the developer, and then we would say what the money could be spent on in that agreement.
As opposed to if the county were to do this, they would have control of the money.
They can they
utilize
do a
it anywhere
TIF?
in
They
the
can do a
county.
TIF
They
anytime
can.
they want, just by voting to,
They have the same process as ours.
right.
And it needs to be a unanimous decision on our part to move forward with this?
So.
But yes, the county could do this if we choose not to.
So they can pick any area and just TIF an area, but then they're also accountable to their constituents of
Absolutely.
Delaware County, over 200,000 people. I'm not really a big fan of TIFs, and I don't like the idea of taking this much money away from the other needs, especially our fire levy, and $45 million is a lot of money. I don't see what is so special about Evans Farm that we should divert this much money for that area. That's $45 million.
I think it's important, as Michelle was saying, that, I mean, the taxes that would potentially be redirected are based on new buildings that are going to be built in Evans Farm, and, we would be able to use some of those redirected taxes to support all this public infrastructure that the township might have to chip in to help support and maintain. Certainly, some of it could probably be built faster if there's more funding for it up front, and I think we've already seen a lot of traffic congestion on the northern end of the township due to rapid growth and not having the infrastructure in place in advance of that rapid growth. So I think this is something that could help the township get out in front of growth. Yes, it would redirect, monies that would otherwise, during that 30-year period, go to these county agencies and and to some township levies. But we, as the township, would get to control, with respect to the township money that might get redirected, we'd get to ultimately control how these monies would be spent on public infrastructure. And then after 30 years, my understanding is that the redirection would stop. It would go back to all of the, county levying agencies that they would normally get their money. There would just be more value hypothetically in place by then. And we would be able to, what the county has done historically has been to put in place, especially over our commercial corridors, these tax increment financing to redirect our township monies into county-held funds that they have, in some instances, held for a longer period of time without a plan to spend down than I think we would prefer. So I think with respect to TIFs broadly, I think it should be the township enacting them rather than the county, because we lose local control of our tax dollars when we don't take the steps to be first in line.
How much, do we have a breakdown, like, for the first year, how much money would be coming from the various townships or county?
The
What
question's
percentage?
Little, again, they're not finalized, but what I've seen so far, the projections show roughly $1 million each year.
So the questions I would like answered are, so that million for year one.
It would gradually go up. with
Right.
But that
property
million is
tax
from where, the
increase.
county or the township, or do we have a breakdown of
From
how
the
much?
levies. That's,
But
so
we don't, do we have like a pie chart
that's
that
what I'm
shows-
asking. So like in that $1 million, how much is fire, how much is roads, how much is parks, how much is DD, how much is library? Like,
I don't have that information
So,
yet, so the purpose of this meeting is just to, it's more an open session for the public, and I mean, I will take all this, and when we have the time of decision, which is gonna be on December 29th, I will definitely have all this information by then, hopefully earlier, but I don't have that exact breakdown at this time.
That'd be helpful
That's
because, you
helpful
know.
to know.
Yeah, and at least I know you mentioned fire, and I forgot to mention that the funding can be used for capital needs for the fire department as well.
That has to be used within this area.
That,
What
for
are the
fire,
limitations?
if we, fire EMS, since we serve all of Orange Township, it doesn't have to be a fire station that's.
Fire,
close.
okay, but roads, it has to be within this area.
You can be pretty flexible, so, Bale Canyon, for instance, that's a very expensive project of ours. It's not necessarily next door to this, but in a way it is a connector to some sorts to get to this development, so that would be an eligible expense if we wanted to use funding for that in the future.
So we could, in theory, do a TIF over any part of the entire township, is that correct?
Yes, and you can do it with counties, but it doesn't enact until all of the counties are expired. So the county has tipped a large chunk of the township, so.
Also, too, at the end of the TIF, any monies left in the fund, if the township holds the TIF, we get to keep those funds. I know it's 30 years, it's a long way away, but that's another, a caveat.
Where are the other TIF areas in the township?
I would
There's
say,
Slate Run.
yeah, so it's mostly on 23. They're mostly commercial TIFs.
The only other one that we hold is the Shanahan.
Yeah, I
And
think I
23,
can probably tell you how many TIFs the county has.
All right, because the
I
county
believe they
has.
have 6.
Does the county have one on Slate Run?
Home Road, Orange Road, Creekside,
Home High,
Home and High.
Olentangy Crossing, yeah. Yeah, there's six TIFs the county has.
I don't believe they have any residential TIFs, but if
Correct.
there's a commercial area in our community, they've basically redirected the taxes from it.
But I don't like that because they have a lot of money, I believe, in their general fund, and then, that they're supposed to be using to
Yeah,
help improve things, and here we are,
Unfortunately, we don't
cash
have
strapped,
control on whether or not the county chooses to have a TIF.
Well, we do with our votes, I mean, they're still accountable, the county is still accountable to the residents, but, every little bit counts, and they're taking a lot of money from us already. You would think they would be using some of that to improve our actual roads and do projects around here. Because why don't we just tip the entire township?
Well, I don't
We
know that
could.
legally we can do that, but
Well,
I think
each
we can be
area.
a little bit more targeted, like we are proposing potentially with Evans Farm and like we did at the Schottenstein and Wilcox developments. I think, especially to Fiscal Officer Batten's point, when those monies get redirected, I think the entity that put in place the TIF, after it's over, they get to keep whatever funds are left over. So hopefully, the county will continue to invest the funds that they've redirected into, township roads and infrastructure. But my concern, I think, is that the county could, at any point, step in and put in place this redirection of property taxes and then keep what's left over to the detriment of the township.
Have they threatened to do that? Have there been discussions? This just came up for the first time this
year, this
second
fall.
half of this year. No one's discussed it before that. And has the county threatened to do that?
They have not, because we initiated it first, so.
But they do have a commercial TIF over the
commercial part of that.
Of the commercial part of that.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
were unable to TIF the commercial side.
Which they are not, our understanding is they're not utilizing the money for that yet, hopefully, for South Old State or Lewis Center Road in those areas.
That's my
That was
understanding,
the original
too.
goal.
That's their
I
plan.
think that was the original goal, or they were under the impression, the developers under the impression that was gonna be utilized for that, but it has been redirected elsewhere.
Does the developer have to agree to this? Just- Did the developer request this?
Correct. Yeah, this has all been initiated by the developer. And I have asked the developer for that,
Breakdown.
that breakdown of how from each levy, how much money is coming out. I just don't have that at this time.
And so this is our first residential TIF, and where's the?
This would be our second
Second, what's the other one?
The Schottenstein one, Schottenstein Wilcox Development at Shanahan in 23.
Oh, when was that? That was during 2021,
That was since I've been here.
Is
Maybe
it?
finalized in 22.
I can't remember.
Ben started it, and then, were you here when we finished it?
Oh,
or-
that's
no,
right.
was
It was
when Rebecca
started
still
when I
here.
was gone for the 2
Correct,
years.
but then we
Okay.
finished it since, when, I think,
We-
before Mike
yeah,
came
that's
on.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it started like
Between 22 and
2020 or
23.
2021
Something like
started,
that.
okay, when I
Yeah.
was gone, okay. And then we
And that
have,
one is a school TIF. It
That does
does
impact the
impact the
schools.
schools. So that one brings in more money to us because it's diverting money from the schools, so it's that catch-22.
But we've changed that policy since
Right,
then.
yeah, we will not
We want to
do-
keep the
Yeah, we
schools.
want to keep the
So
schools whole.
Orange
that-
Summit TIF was approved in March of 2023.
okay, and it was initiated in 2021, I think, was it? Okay. And so that one, is that like is that a 10-year?
That's a 15-year.
So the schools had to agree to it?
Yeah,
right? 'Cause
I
it's over
spoke
10?
at the school board meeting.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
did provide a compensation.
Yeah, they get like
agreement with them.
667,000 for the rework of their entrance to Shanahan, and then a gas line.
Yeah, improvements to the
relocation
middle school.
as well, yeah.
Yeah, I would like a list of the types of projects that are being considered too,
Something else that I would like is, when we talk about how much per year is being diverted from each of these communities, I don't know that we know this, but like, okay, so if we're taking $200,000 from the fire department annually, and their budget is $9 million, so like, how big of a chunk are we asking
Sure.
from a percentage-wise?
Yep, I understand.
Be helpful information for me to know at least. Do we have?
Yeah, there might be.
Do we have any other questions
I
before
know
we
right
open it up
now.
for public comment?
I might later.
And there's no action we're taking today. The only thing I'm going to ask you guys at the end of this is what time you would like the December 29th meeting to be, so I can get that notified.
Do we have any public comment related to the hearing? If you wouldn't mind stating your name and address, please.
Hi, Sarah Beeler, 1891 Linden Street in Evans Farm. I have two things. First of all, thank you for all your help with the sports park. It's paid, thank you. We look forward to it being done, it's piles of dirt, but it's way better, so thank you. We really appreciate it. My question is, you said partnership with Xenos. Is it a democracy? Would you all drive the way the $1 million a year will be spent? Because a lot of the things that you just mentioned, as buyers, we were told would be completed. So, that's something that should have been paid for by the developers. So how would you control that, especially since this is basically his idea, the developers? I know it's not one, but his idea. So that's my question. Thank you. Thanks again.
My understanding is that this would likely be a reimbursement model, that they'd have to pay for it up front, and then they could get reimbursed if we moved forward with a TIF.
Correct.
So if they don't build it, they don't get any money. The township would keep all of the redirected taxes.
Yeah, they would have to, in order for the reimbursements to proceed, the developer would have to agree to that, but we still have the control as far as prioritizing and what we're willing to reimburse. If the developer says no to that agreement, we still, at the end of the day, still have control on how we use the funding.
And to, I think, Trustee Knapp's point, especially with county roads or maybe county infrastructure, things that aren't the township's obligation to maybe, maintain or finance in the long run, maybe shouldn't be our top priority. Although I would love to see Old State widened as soon as possible, given the traffic that we already have there. And I'm sure Lewis Center will not be too far behind.
But if it looks anything like south of Orange Road, that's pretty unattractive. I find when the county widens roads in that area, because there's so many subdivisions, just doesn't look very nice in my opinion. I know, I know we do have some backups in that area, but I don't know.
There are a lot of backups in that area. I drive it frequently.
I know.
Try and get down Old State around 4:30. You can be sitting at the light at Orange all the way back up to Colts Bridge, which is certainly an issue for all the residents trying to get out of
It
Agnew.
is, it is.
I'm less concerned about what it looks like and it functions as it move traffic through the.
Yeah, well, it's going to be 5 lanes, is that right?
Yeah, my understanding is it'll look comparable to what between Orange and East Powell does. That same
Right,
look will.
yeah,
come all the way.
exactly, yeah. And you end up taking a lot of the trees in the natural
Oh, yeah.
areas, and it's very barren looking, just so everyone's aware of that. And it just ends up being, freeway right through the township.
Yes.
Do we have other public comment?
Good afternoon. My name's Dave Simiak, and the question I have is the letter that we received from the township, did all of the residents receive that letter, that notice?
Yes.
Because I went around the neighborhood just asking, are you guys going to the meeting? What meeting? What letter? And so, in fact, even Sarah said she didn't get it. So I was just
Well,
wondering,
And I apologize, it's only this area here that we sent notices to. So if you live south of that? Okay.
So every single resident in the entire area should have received it. And how many residents are there, like 800 or 900?
I think you have homes around the oval and then more east.
I think it's that phase 1, right? I don't know if. I think
Robin, do you have a
3 is
list
under
of everyone that was
construction. I don't
notified?
know
Or,
4.
no, you don't notify. Who notifies them? Did you do it?
I did it.
Oh,
I-
Michelle, you
I
have
did
a
it.
list, right?
Yeah, so,
Was
and we
it
worked with
hundreds
our
of people?
legal counsel on sending these notices out, but if there is any property that did not receive this notice, if there is a way to get the address, I'll have to find proof to that, so, as far as us being, we want to ensure that we did send the notice, and if something went wrong.
well, that's fine. I mean, is the purpose of the letter just to inform us that you're proposing this? Is that correct?
Yes, and I know the letter is all some sorts of legal jargon, and that's just what we're required to do, but I was able to speak to quite a bit of residents regarding this, but this is.
Because
just-
my other question would be if for those that didn't receive the letter, and it asks on here if you want to be excluded from the, you have to adhere to A and B. Well, if they didn't get it and had to be in so many days, they could miss that opportunity. My question is, well, what do they do?
I don't think they would, I think they would likely still have the option to,
Yeah, if there was proof that letter didn't get through, or something went wrong in the mailing system, yeah, I think there's an opportunity to object.
Right. And my other understanding is, like, for example, A, if your property does not fall within the boundaries of 1 through 26, you could use that as an exclusion. Well, everybody falls under that in that neighborhood, so that would take them out of it. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure that it was just to inform us of what's being considered.
Correct, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Michelle, can you double check to make sure that all the property owners were notified, or send us a list or something?
I
Who sent
have,
that?
I don't get a return, I haven't received, I don't think we've received any non-deliverables, so,
But you
We have
the
a list.
right?
I
You
have the list, yes.
okay.
Mhm.
And if people signed up for the informed delivery, are you guys signed up for that with the post office? If you sign up for informed delivery, it will show all your mail that's coming, right? It's really handy. You can go back and look at what was mailed to you or what you didn't get. And I actually used it, I've used it to prove, like, one time my utility did not send me a letter to notify me of the new rate, so I was able to get a refund for that. So it could be really happy, or handy.
Sarah Beeler again. I think it would be really helpful, and I have no reason to think that the letter came or didn't come. I wasn't aware until 2 days ago. And I also spoke with another neighbor who had received it, so she just emailed it to me. So following up on that, are these going to be public, or is your communication moving forward going to be private? Or will we continue to get notices?
The next step would be that we'll have another public hearing it'll be December 29th, and that is again, we'll open it up for the public and potentially make a decision
And
that
you,
evening.
you'll be notifying us the same way, or, because I find it, like, I follow like Mike, and it's very helpful when you guys put that on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because it's just another line of
Was
communication.
it posted?
We are not required to do that for the 29th, but I'm happy to do that if
No,
you
I'm
want me
just
to.
saying-
Well, can we, was it on our Facebook page, the township's Facebook page?
No.
No,
Okay. Can it be
Oh, yeah.
for the
We can do
29th?
that.
like if we
Are we
want
tabling?
people to know, then maybe other forms of communication. Or is it just legally, I mean, I was in HR, I understand
Right.
legally you have to send out a letter. If they
Sure,
don't get it, it's not your problem. But if you are trying to get feedback, that might be a good way.
Yeah. I would
Yeah,
like us to
and
post
the
it.
29th will be a special meeting, so it's going to follow all the special meeting
meetings, that'll-
notifications.
every
That'll
note-
help too, so.
Yeah.
Is there a notice requirement for that, for the property
It's,
owner?
my understanding, the notice requirement is handled how we handle special trustee meetings. So we
Okay.
would not have to send letters. I mean, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, but I think the timing is dictated by state law.
Yeah.
So that's why we're having a awkward special meeting potentially on the 29th.
But this is not, this is just the first part of the hearing, or what's the next step? Do we table it to
So
that day? or
today
do-
is the public hearing requirement after, I believe, 30 days, or from the, no, let me think. Yeah, 30 days from the notices. And we did have to wait for the county had their hearing on, or they had a meeting on this Monday. So this is just public hearing, no action taken, and then if we have a meeting on December 29th, and that's the time we can take action.
So that's what we would say.
That would
yes-
be our next
Yes
step.
or no, we are doing this or we're not doing this, basically.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, and for the others, and Dave, what's your last name? Yeah. Simiak, okay, and can I get your address? Can I get your address, please?
1942 Mulberry Way.
All right, thanks.
Do we have any other public comment?
I'm not even sure anybody else on our street got one of these letters. Or they don't have any.
Sometimes they look like junk mail, some letters. Yeah, I
And
would
I'm
like,
happy to email you guys, if you did the sign-up sheet, any updates I have on the TIF, I'm happy to provide that too.
so could this be used to potentially improve the roads within Evans Farm?
It could be. The only one, or the two roads that they have proposed within Evans Farm is Pyatt Road and English Drive.
So more of the collector roads versus their arterials, little
But-
ones?
But they would have to, isn't that part of the approved zoning, that they have to construct those roads?
Correct.
All right, so why would we spend money to construct those? I mean, I don't
I get, that is a
understand
question for the developer, and the developer will be here on the 29th.
Okay, I'm not sure if I
Yeah, think
agree
we'll
with
have probably
that.
some conversations with them before then, hopefully, too.
I'm sorry, what?
Hopefully, we'll have conversations with them before then, too.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of
Yeah, I
questions
just-
that need answered.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very extensive, huge development, and I think they should try to pay for themselves.
And just to follow, Sarah Beeler again. We were told when we bought, of course, that all the alleys and the roads would be paved when construction was finished. And as a taxpayer in the township and the county, it would be unfair if the developer used any of that money, even though it would benefit us. So that's why I was also asking, as long as you guys are asking those questions, so that it doesn't become like the sports park with the bond and the money.
You're right,
Thank
that's what
you.
I'm concerned about. Yeah, because normally a developer will come in and they'll pay for all the roads, and then whenever they get turned over to us, then we have to pay, 20 or 30 years down the road to maintain them, but not right up front. I can't think of a time I've ever had a subdivision here that we paid for anything like that, for their roads or anything. I mean, I don't know, what's the
Yeah.
tip money
Well,
going
I
for
mean, I
Shannon?
think we don't have, this is the only, Evans Farm is so unique, it's so big, it's
It
such a
is.
master.
But
I
they
mean,
knew
it's a
that when
master
they were
plan
taking it
development.
on. I mean, back in 2016, it's a behemoth, and, they knew what they were getting into. I
No, I hear you.
I want it to be
understand.
successful, but, people complain that our taxes are very high here.
Do we have any other public comment? Any other discussion?
Is there a time of that day that you guys would like on the 29th?
What day of the week is that?
It's a Monday.
Monday, the 29th, you said? So we're just setting the special meeting, not tabling it, right?
Setting it, yep. And we talked about this during the notification process, but we didn't determine the time.
I mean, this is definitely one that I think would need to be in the evening versus a 3 PM,
Yes.
just because of making sure the community can attend, should they want to. Although they might all be on vacation that week, but evening.
Do we want to set it at 6 like we would maybe a normal zoning hearing?
Do you think, could we, any way to do like 7:30 that day? Is that too late? How long do you think it would take, or before? Do all three of us have to vote yes?
Yes.
Everybody that's at the meeting it has to be
So if
unanimous.
I
at the
didn't show
quorum.
up, I don't have to vote, and they could be two.
That would not be my recommendation.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
Oh, everyone at the meeting. Ah, okay.
Perfect.
Or,
We need at least one person,
I
two
would-
people at a meeting to have a meeting.
yeah, or,
And that's all we have.
let's see, yeah. Or like 4:30, right?
If you have something in the middle of the evening.
Yeah,
What time is your,
Monday,
what time's your
6,
block out? Is it
6.
6? So
Would more
what time do
people,
you need to leave? if you're
probably,
free, so-
oh yeah, wait, that's not gonna work. Probably 5:30, depending how long it would take. Do you think we could have a lot of public comment?
I think just given the discussion today, this could take longer, especially with the developer here and more information that we'll be providing, and assuming we might get more public feedback. So I would plan for that.
Well, and
We
there's
do
nothing that would
7:30
prevent
or
us from
is it too late?
having additional conversation about this topic at, like, our meeting on December
Third?
3rd or 17th, correct? So we could just
I
bring it
think
up
we
as
can
an
have it as
agenda
a,
item for
yeah,
discussion.
discussion item, sure.
So there might be
Oh, we can have more
opportunity
discussion,
to lead up to
or-
the 29th, so
So
hopefully
hopefully on
the
29th, our
conversation's already been
questions
had.
Were answered.
Yeah.
If the developer will give us that and can pull together the information requested in time for
But if they
this.
don't, that might,
Helps
answer
make
the
our
question.
decision. All right, so 7:30 set for the meeting?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah, Christmas dinner prior to that.
If we hold it 2 days later, we can
And we
have
don't
a New
have
Year's
to-
Eve
We
party
could have a New Year's
afterwards.
Eve party. It's so fun.
Yeah, but we couldn't do the 30th, right? We had zoning or something.
So the 29th is the date that you
The-
guys
the-
gave me when we
last
did the
one, okay.
notification, yeah.
So they already know the date.
Okay, that should work if it's 7:30.
Okay.
We don't have a resolution to need to set that time.
No,
The date's already
it was
been
just
scheduled.
something,
Okay.
yeah, I just needed to know the time, you're good. But if we're done, but when we end this one, I would like a motion and a second to close it.
So we have to make a decision by how many days after this hearing?
We make a decision at the hearing.
But this is a hearing.
We make the decision, yes or no, on December 29th.
Okay, but then this is the hearing, and then that's the.
This is just the open, kind of
the-
like.
Oh, the public, okay.
public hearing,
And-
open house.
But we have to have it done by the end of the year, right? Or,
That is what the developer has requested.
okay, I couldn't
Because then we can
remember.
capture 2026.
Yeah, right, otherwise, that was what it was. Okay, it's
Right.
been a while.
Yeah.
So that's just a special meeting, right?
Yes, it'll be a special meeting on December 29th at 7:30 PM.
Any additional questions or discussion?
And we'll have public comment that night? Right, okay.
And I think we should work with the developer to see if they can come in at one or both of our December meetings, depending on their availability, so we can have more discussion about the topics.
I will confirm this, and I will also let you guys know, but I think they are coming to the next meeting,
Okay.
so.
And hopefully they will also
December 3rd.
listen to this YouTube.
Yes.
Take notes.
So if they are available, I'd appreciate if we made this a topic on the agenda,
Okay.
Yeah,
not just a public comment.
Yep.
Seeing no additional discussion or questions, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing concerning the Evans Farm Incentive District tax increment financing
Second.
Roll call, trustee Nab?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringle?
Yes. And seeing no agenda changes, I believe the next item on our agenda is our consent agenda. Any questions or discussion related to the consent agenda?
I have none.
Right. Can you explain the blanket change there? I didn't get a chance to run through this with Michelle, I'm sorry.
There was additional monies needed for medical for the rest of the year.
So it's just
That was
moving
because
it-
of the 7-1 renewal
Okay,
increase.
so it's just
Okay.
moving it from general, I guess where's it coming from?
It is going to be, it's in the general fund for admin, roads, and parks for
Okay.
45,000. The money is already there, this is just creating a blanket purchase order.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda for the regular meeting held on November 19th, 2025, including Resolution 25-297, approving the electronic record of the proceedings from the regular trustee meeting held on November 5th, 2025, and zoning hearings ZON 2505, 7 Brew and Taco Bell, and zoning hearing ZON 25-6, Nova Lands LLC, held on November 6th, 2025, and Resolution 25-298, approving purchase orders, then and now purchase orders, and blanket purchase orders as listed.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Nab?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringle?
Yes. Next, I believe we have our development report. Director Duffy.
Thank you, Chairman Ringel. I will move us through the zoning hearings and meetings report, and then we will ask you to get out your calendars once more, and as we do have 2 more public hearings to schedule with you all. So we did have a zoning commission meeting yesterday evening for the proposed Trilogy Assisted and Senior Living there near the corner of Home Road and 23. The zoning commission did recommend approval with modifications. No major changes will be coming out of the zoning commission stage, but the zoning commission did ask them to kind of clarify and update some of their plans so that you all can make some informed decisions about that project moving forward. So that is one of the 2 that we will be asking you to schedule.
Did we have a lot of public comment at that?
Not a lot. We didn't have any written public comment, but some of the EPCON Clear Creek
Yeah.
residents across Gooding Boulevard there did show up for the hearing, so we would recommend that be in the evening so that they're able to.
Yeah, definitely. And then what was the vote of the board?
The vote was 4-0.
Okay, thanks.
We do have a Board of Zoning Appeals meeting scheduled for tomorrow evening, Thursday, November 20th at 6 p.m. The first item that was continued from a previous hearing, which is the temple expansion at 350 East Orange Road. We did receive a request from them earlier this week to table that application for the time being, so that will not be on that evening's agenda. We have notified all the people who attended the first and second hearing for that application via email, and informed the HOA in that area as well. So hopefully we've gotten the word out that item will not be on tomorrow's agenda. They may come back in December, but we are still waiting more details from them. As for the rest of tomorrow evening's agenda, there is a setback variance for a deck on Row Drive for a rear yard setback, a proposed home occupation on Africa Road, an expansion of a non-conforming house on West Orange Avenue, right there on Orange Road, and a height variance for building wall sign on Green Meadows Drive. The other hearing that we will have you schedule via resolution shortly is the zoning code rewrite. So we do have a fresh new draft of the proposed zoning code. We will be asking you all to review that at that hearing. That is VON 2405 for the proposed zoning code. The only other item on, well, there are 2 items on the zoning commission agenda that are tabled. The first is rezoning application ZON-25-04, which is the proposed Bandana Parktown project mixed use on North Road. That is still tabled. I do not have any updates on that project. The other item on the zoning report, we did initially have a zoning commission hearing scheduled for December 18th. That is was for the proposed Hidden Oak subdivision there on South Old State, just north of Orange Road. we received a tabling request from that applicant late last week. So we will be canceling the December zoning commission meeting and will not be meeting on the Hidden Oaks project at this time until the applicant notifies us that they are ready to move forward.
Any questions or discussion related to the zoning report?
Guess we need to schedule some meetings.
Yes.
Yes, and
Schedule 2
so
hearings.
I will say, I had discussions with the Trilogy applicants last night. They did, subject to your schedules, they did request December 9th if possible. They said they could also make December 10th work. December 11th was out of the question, and I am out of town on December 8th.
The LCBC holiday party is on the 9th. I can do the 10th.
I would prefer the 10th.
Do we have a trustee meeting on that day?
Not that day, no.
And so, they said what days did they not want it?
The 11th was one that they could not do.
I can't do the 11th either.
The 11th? But we, this is for Trilogy?
Correct.
Is that the one?
It's like the assisted living or memory care over by, just north of the library.
Is it possible to do it after our first December meeting, like at 4:30?
So the
Then
issue with that is they do need time to update their plans. So
Oh,
I
they
don't
need
know that-
longer,
yeah.
that's what you're saying?
So I don't know that would push them submitting the plans a week before the meeting, which is tight with Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And you said the 17th is too far away.
Yeah, the only dates that they gave, they are from out of
Oh,
town,
They're
is the
coming out of
9th or
town.
10th.
So sorry, can
Yeah.
you say those dates again? So the only date was,
The 9th or 10th.
okay, 9th. Are we going to push the zoning resolution out to next year, I hope?
I was hoping to do that one on December 3rd. I'm ready for that
I
one.
would like that. I can do
The rewrite can be tabled.
I would like that to be in January, because I want to sit down for hours and look through it some more. If, I can do this one,
It's
There's
up to you.
just
Our
too
goal was
many
to
meetings.
finish this by the end
I
of the
know.
year.
but, yeah. So 4:30 on, what day, December, that should work.
On the 10th?
Yeah, it's just a lot of meetings.
Is 4:30 late enough that, my proposal would be 5. We're splitting hairs.
Is that going to be a big meeting?
Oh,
Doesn't sound like it.
But they can wait for us, if we're coming in for a
Are you on the-
special meeting.
Timing-wise, they can wait. It just, those are the days.
Oh,
that-
you're saying you want it at 5, well, there are a lot of
Just-
residents
Yeah, how
that-
many people were there the other day?
I'd say more than 5, less than 10.
We can do 5, I'm okay
Okay.
that day,
All right.
yeah. Wait, December 10th, right?
Okay. That's,
For Trilogy.
and then the rewrite, we need to schedule that.
So Wednesday, December 10th at 5?
5.
Okay, I'm pretty open that day, actually.
And then the next is the zoning code rewrite hearing.
Yeah, and I would like to go back through and read everything closely, because that's a huge decision that we're making. We're not just changing, I mean, it's kind of like if you were given like the Bible and the Torah, and you're supposed to compare two different documents that are completely different and come up with the differences. I mean, you can't, because it's been completely rewritten, we need to try to make sure there's no law of unintended consequences where there are things in there that later, once we implement it, and we've already had that happen with several other developments where something is put in place and then something's missing from it that no one could have foreseen. And it's really not possible to compare the two documents because they're completely different. There's no red line version, it's difficult. And how many pages is it?
200 something.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, I've read through it, I think, 3 or 4 times at this point, but it's been over the last couple of years.
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah. But
how
I-
do you know what's
Right,
missing?
yeah.
I mean, you've never done zoning. There could be something in there that no one could have even imagined, even
Yeah.
me, after so many years, and developers are extremely good at coming in, as we found from various, like, self-storage units, buildings, they're good at coming in, finding loophole. Very
We
good.
have, it seems like a lot of the pending zoning applications were tabled. My only thought of, immediacy of approving a new code is that we
Yeah.
were planning on removing the restriction on ourselves to
For the overlay,
do
notifications.
newspaper
yeah.
publications. And then we also have a moratorium on the 23 overlay that expires at the end of the year.
Which we can.
We can.
Which we can extend.
We do that,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah.
can extend, and we still will be required to do the legal notifications in a
Until we get
local
paid.
newspaper.
So you have to
But there's not a
change the
time.
zoning resolution
Correct.
to,
Yeah, we require it in the zoning resolution on ourselves.
Yeah.
The revised code has since been changed to allow for digital
Yeah.
advertising, but we can't follow the law because we've put this
But
additional
if there's
cost.
not a ton of applicants, it's not a ton of
so
money.
you can't just pass a
Right.
resolution for that, right? I wonder if every township in Delaware County
it's-
is aware of that.
So a lot of communities don't have it in their code, so that's how they were able to fix it,
Stop it.
or just change it as soon as the legislation was in place. But because it is specifically called out in our code, we have
So
to
they
keep
probably
following
just
it.
referred to that part of the Ohio Revised Code in their code.
Yeah, because they don't call out how they do the notifications in their zoning code, like we do.
But we don't seemingly have applications that
Yeah,
are
so
gonna
our
need
application-
Oh,
notice.
yeah.
in the
It's
year.
budgeted for it at this point.
Yeah, our application load is fortunately a little less on the zoning commission side
Oh,
right
is it?
now.
Okay, good.
That doesn't say if we push this in January that we might have,
Oh, right,
we don't know how many hearings we
Right.
could have then,
If
so.
we want to push the hearing back, I do recommend that it be early January at the latest.
Definitely in January. I would
Oh, yeah,
prefer
yeah.
not to move this into February.
I mean, we
So what-
we haven't approved our 2026 meeting schedule. I'm assuming that's going to be similar days. So just keep that in mind.
Lisa, is
for when we're
there
planning.
a number of days or a couple days that you would want us to look from a
What's
list?
the latest in January guys would want it?
I mean, we might hypothetically have a
20th too
meeting on
late?
the 7th. My only concern is that we, at the beginning of the new year, start to get, 4 zoning applications, and then we
Yeah.
just spent, $800 that we didn't need to spend if we had potentially put in place removing that restriction.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And
what
there is a
about-
30-day effective period too, so
So it
that's.
really won't kick in
Oh.
until a month after we make our.
What about
finals.
like that, I hate to do it too late, the 20th, but I mean, the 7th, that's just a week after the holidays.
Do you want to keep it on the same week as the trustee meetings, or could you do that in between week?
Yeah, I mean, let's see, when is the in-between week?
The
In
14th.
between, maybe the 14th was the Wednesday.
What about Thursday, the 15th?
Is
That
the
is,
second?
that would be BZA, assuming their
BZA.
schedule is the same.
On the 15th?
No, I don't, just kidding.
Oh, you
We
don't?
can't, I mean, but not if there's BZA.
Oh,
Doesn't
there's
really matter.
BZA.
So,
Can't do the 8th. I'd for the 20th or the 22nd if possible. I mean, it's a monumental decision that's going to affect our township for decades to come.
What about the 21st after our hypothetical meeting?
Are we having a meeting that day? That's probably, Wednesday nights are not good for me. I'm not sure for next year. Wait, what day is that?
it's a Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Wednesday the 14th. I need to get my schedule for next year. I don't have my complete schedule for next year. Does the 20th or 22nd work?
Those are open for me. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it would impact zoning commission just because
When does zoning commission meet?
they usually do the second and fourth Tuesday, yeah.
I'd prefer of those, the 20th. I've got a board meeting, 20th and the 22nd, but I can,
What time do you have to be done by? What time would you have to be finished on the?
It would be fine. I could skip the board meeting on the 20th. The one on the 22nd is a quarterly meeting, so it's a little bit more.
Like, we've had some residents come in. What time have we done these, at 4:30? Or what time do we do?
No, we
them?
do these
I
at
forget.
6.
Oh, 6, that's right. I could do 6 on that day.
6 on the
That's-
20th?
Sure.
Okay. Which then,
Right.
things will be effective, assuming it passes on February 20th.
Correct.
Okay. But yeah, we would need to extend the moratorium then, probably, let's take it
I'll
till
do that at
March-
the next meeting.
Right, till March 1st or something, just to. Yep.
Okay. Just need to take those 2 actions.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-299, schedule hearing date for ZON 2405 zoning code rewrite for January 20th, 2026 at 6 PM.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringle?
Yes. I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-300, schedule hearing date for ZON 2508 trilogy for December 10th at 5 PM.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringle?
Yes. Thank you, Director Duffy. Next is our operations report. Director Bowers.
Thank you, sir. Great news for everybody. No calendars needed for the operations report. Only thing you'll see in the operations report today is a repeat of something we had to do last year. We were fortunate enough to be awarded a grant from the Delaware County Board of Commissioners for East Powell Road Trail Phase 2 due to some scheduling issues with the county engineer's office. Project's been pushed back a little bit. Doesn't look like it'll be completed until the spring of 2026. So the amendment in front of you is to amend the closure date of the grant that we were awarded by the commissioners so that we can keep it in line with the construction schedule and not lose that funding.
You think they'll actually build this next year?
They keep telling us yes. So they've been great partners. I know their
I know
workload
they're
is
trying, yeah, they're
very
pretty
heavy.
overwhelmed. Yep.
So we're appreciative of their partnership and sometimes.
And the grant funding.
Yes, very much.
And their grant funding, and it's one of those sacrifices it seems like we're going to have to be willing to make to get this through the finish line.
Residents are anxiously waiting. It's going to be fantastic when it's done.
Indeed.
Any other questions related to that
I have none.
item?
I have none.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-301, Amendment Number 1, Recreational Trail Grant Agreement between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners and the Orange Township Board of Trustees, East Powell Road Trail Phase 2.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringle?
Yes. Thank you. Next is our fire report. Chief?
Good evening, Board. The only thing I have on the agenda tonight is to accept a donation. The residents of Slate Creek Condo Association, they always do something for us for the holidays for our firefighters and bring in Kroger gift cards. And this year they went above and beyond, and they brought in $2,500 worth of gift cards for the fire department that they collected from many of the residents that live in that area. So we're very grateful for their support, and you know, we have a couple of them that come visit very often to say hello, and so it's we have a really good relationship with them. So it was exciting to see them come, and they actually delivered it to us with a member that we just a couple months ago responded to, and were able to make sure she was still standing here that day in front of us. So it was great to see her and visit the 3 individuals that were actually transported her. So we're very appreciative, and you know, we would like to put this in front of you to accept it.
Yeah, I saw this on the agenda and I was like, holy cow, that's a lot of money. So thank you very much for the community for
Very
supporting our
generous.
firefighters, and yeah, very, very grateful for your guys' generosity.
When do you guys usually buy with those funds?
I'm sorry?
What do you usually use that for?
Food.
Just food in general, right?
Yeah, it's normally for, it's given in front of the holiday season, so whoever's working on Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, but also, most of the, I would say all 3 units, even if they're not working, they have their own day that they do their meal together, so that's what they're used for.
Okay.
Any other questions or discussion?
Nope.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-302, acknowledge and accept donation.
Second?
Roll call. Trustee Knapp?
Yes.
Trustee Phelps?
Yes.
Trustee Ringle?
Yes. Thank you, Chief. Next is our fiscal office report.
Good afternoon, trustees. First item on the fiscal reports agenda would be amending the township's credit card. I would like the amendment to remove Nancy Fay due to inactivity, Kim Mahaney to her retirement, and then to include her replacement, Abigail Benz. And she would have the same credit limit that Kim's credit card carried. We have received 3 liquor control notices. The first one is for the Easy at Evans Farm. The second would be Avita Nails, and that is located at the shopping center where Home Depot is. And the third and final one would be In and Out Spirits on Highfield Drive. I believe it's the new carryout just off of Orange Road.
Didn't they previously request a liquor permit?
No, that one was the one over by Chipotle and Home Depot, the one that we had asked for here.
Are you thinking of the nail salon?
No.
I feel like I saw the nail salon.
We did request a hearing for the smoke shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
I have not heard back.
Yeah, I have not heard a thing from that.
I think
Yeah.
before this property developed, we questioned why they were
Because it was
applying for a
close to
liquor
the
license.
Swimming thing and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff, yeah. Well, now that it's a drive-through, I understand why they're requesting a liquor license. It's one of the things people buy at drive-throughs.
Yes, yeah, and I think maybe the point of our request, months ago was that we didn't understand the identity of the company that was building
Totally.
there. So now
I think now we understand.
we understand.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry for the slow recollection.
It did sound
Okay,
familiar.
you jogged all of our
Yeah, we
memories.
definitely.
Yeah, I
talked
think the
about
application didn't have enough information to even proceed,
Before,
so,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Back when fiscal officer Kraft was still with us.
Right, yeah. It's been a minute, yeah.
Okay.
I do not feel that we need to hold a hearing.
No.
You're good with all 3
For
of
any of
those?
those, yeah.
Yeah.
Consensus? Wonderful. Moving on would be, at the last meeting, I presented a petition for us to close out our 2 CDs for the Cemetery Bequest Fund and move those monies into our cemetery, just our normal, regular operating fund. We have received notification back from the Delaware County Court of, oh goodness, my eyes are.
Probate court.
Probate court, thank you, thank you. So before you have a resolution, it has been provided to us from Assistant Prosecutor Christopher Betts to go ahead and close those and move those funds over. Then our final item would be our,
We have 2,
oh,
the financials, but we can, it's up to you if you wanted to. You have the financials and then the appropriations.
oh, yes, I'm sorry, I was, oh, okay. Okay, and then moving on would be, the next item is the 2026 Orange Township Permanent Appropriations. Before you tonight, we present those appropriation amounts totaling $33,937,315. We had several, we had met individually with the trustees and received your feedback along with working with staff, and this is the finalization of those meetings. Would you guys like me to stop here, or do you want me to keep moving on?
Well, if we'd like to talk about the appropriations now, I think we can.
Or do you
we
want
can
to?
come
Want
back
to
to
do the
it.
previous ones and just get those resolutions done and then?
We sure can, if you
That all right?
like. Yeah, we also
So
have
I don't
October
lose
bank rec. Would you like me to do that after?
All the things.
I know, we got a lot.
So much.
So, yeah, that's what I meant, we had the rank.
Numbers.
Year-end fun.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Can we start with the credit card one, the 303, and just get those ones
Sure.
out of the way?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks.
Are there any questions related to the revisions to the credit card authorization?
I've none.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25303, authorize the fiscal office to cancel credit cards for Nancy Fay and Kim Mahaney, as well as add a new credit card for Abigail Benz.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringle?
Yes. Any questions related to the movement of the funds in the cemetery?
I have none.
Make a motion to approve Resolution 25304, approving transfer pursuant to court order of monies in the Cemetery Bequest Fund, Township Fund 4951, to the General Cemetery Fund, Township Fund 2041.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringle?
Yes. That brings us to our resolution related to the 2026 permanent appropriations. Can we provide a high-level summary of what projects are going to take place in 2026 with these appropriations to start?
I can try.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to-
Yes, so do you want me to go by levy or just high-level overview or?
High-level overview.
Okay, and I'm going to read off, I provided a summary of the changes. So I think there's quite a big capital expenses that we are proposing this year. First and foremost, thank you again to the community for approving our roads levy. We are able to increase our asphalt and paving program significantly, meaning we are able to maintain more roads than we've had in the past. So that budget is proposed to be at 2.2 million, and again, that is a lot more than what we've had in the past, so we're happy that we can maintain more and more roads that are needed.
If I could add one item with regards to the 2.2, I know that is more than what was initially proposed. We also did receive a bill for Bale Canyon that came in much, much lower. So we were able to take those unencumbered funds and add that to that road improvement program. Thank you, Michelle.
Oh, sure. Regarding our parks projects, we are able to maintain a robust capital improvement program for them at budgeting at 1.4 million. This involves bridge repairs, shelters. One of the biggest projects which our Parks Committee will be heavily involved with is looking at the new design for the Row Park shelter. Since unfortunately we had a fire, so now we're going to build a new one. There's a couple other trail projects. Again, I'm happy to get into the details of that. But again, a nice capital program within our parks. On the fire side, I think we are, as we know, that's our biggest expense is going to be financing the new fire station, which is a replacement of the existing Fire Station 362. The payment breakdown, as you will see in the appropriations, will be funded in a split method by the fire levy and the general fund. We have also spent approximately $2 million on the planning and engineering of this project. So the funding that's proposed in this budget in 2026 is for the financing. The other thing we added, we did add a contingency to that, which we did pull out of the general fund at $500,000. That is a what-if kind of circumstances if we do need to use that, given any unexpected change orders or something that happens during the construction. As we all know, that's kind of an unknown territory until you start building. In addition to the fire station, another big expense within the fire levy is we are proposing to pay off the ladder truck. That is the cost breakdown, I believe, of that is it 1.7 million?
Yeah.
Okay. 1.7 million, and we are proposing to split those payments with the general fund and the fire levy.
And the EMS fund as well.
And the EMS fund, yes. So general fund would cover 860,000, fire levy 430,000, and fire EMS fund 430.
And doing so, that would save us over $200,000 in interest.
Another capital improvement that we are looking at saving for, not necessarily spending, is the final phase of Bell Canyon. This is a new strategy for the township. We were trying to start thinking more long-term with some of these capital needs in the next 3 to 5 years. One of them is Bell Canyon to finish that up. So we are trying to starting a savings plan in a way for that by creating a special
Capital improvements fund.
Okay, capital improvement fund. Yeah, so other savings ideas that we've had is for future 361 improvements. I'm going back to fire again. There is a need to work on maintenance and improvements on the existing Station 361. An assessment came in recently that there's roughly $3 to $4 million of improvements needed for that 20-year-old building. So we are trying to start chipping away at that. I'm trying to think if I missed anything else big project-wise. Do you see anything?
No, there was the possible, with the condition of the orange wall retaining wall.
Oh,
We're not quite sure where that's going to land or how much it's going to cost. I believe we were estimating about $500,000 for that project. So that could be another capital improvement item for us to save on. We had initially talked about the engine. I did speak with local government services, and basically they had indicated we really need to work with the vendor, how the vendor is willing to set up the payment strategy with regards to that engine. We could then therefore structure that capital improvement fund. It is my understanding that this engine could take up to 3 years to build and cost $1.2 million. So my thought was if that was the route we were going to go, we would look at saving those monies up during that 3-year build period. I think that was all of our big ones.
And are all these big items in the spreadsheet at this point? Like the capital improvement
Yes.
funds, those are all?
the only one that's not is the orange wall
But yes, that is correct.
and the engine. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
there's
the
two
Are those
things.
at the very end, or is it like within each?
They're not in there at all.
They're not in there at all, so none of the capital improvement.
No, no, I'm sorry. I believe it's just the end. We wanted to talk about if we wanted to add the engine and the retaining
Like the Bell
wall.
Canyon Phase 3.
That's on page 2. If you were to flip on page 2, you'll see some purple up at the top.
Okay.
And there is where those monies would come from. The first one would be the contingency that Michelle spoke of with regards to the construction of Station 2. And then moving down would
You did put the
be
five, okay.
the principal note for, excuse me, Station 2 along with the interest. And then below that would be the portion coming out of the general fund for the latter payoff. Then the rest of that you would find, Erica, if you would move to,
And it looks like the retaining wall is in there now.
oh, did we put it in there?
Yeah, it looks like we did.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes. And then right underneath, you'll see transfers out. And this is where we put a lot of those capital improvements with regards to Bell Canyon, Station 2, retro. This would be the upgrades or the needed repairs to move operations in once the station is done and the firefighters are out. And then you'll see the third item is the 500K, excuse me, for the trail retention wall on along Orange Road. And then,
So on Michelle's outstanding, summary, the outstanding items, we have line items for the last 3, so I may be stepping over here.
No.
Moving the park salary benefits, the only thing we haven't talked about, right?
no, that was something, and I had kind of, I don't know if I expressed that to you, I'd gone back and forth with regards to moving salaries. At this point in time, we were looking at capital projects that the general fund could help out the other levied funds. So that they're not relying on the general fund to handle their basic operations of salaries,
Which is similar to
benefits.
how roads is, right? Road staff is paid out of general, or roads is paid
That
out of
is
levy?
correct, yes.
Roads, yeah, general.
Road staff is paid out of general, so,
Yes.
but up until now, park staff was paid out of parks
Yes.
levy.
Yes, park
this would
staff,
make it the
fire
same.
staff, yes. Fire has
Right.
their, they pay their own out of the levy funds,
Right.
and park pays their salaries and benefits out of the levy funds.
And there's enough in the general to cover all the park staff and benefits?
No, we removed that. That's no longer on the table. We want to keep the parks' salaries, benefits in the parks.
In the parks?
Yes, levy fund.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had it as a discussion
Oh, okay,
item because
gotcha.
we
Yeah.
were kind of going back and forth on
Okay.
it. But I think with the way we're proposing these appropriations, it seems fine to stay in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
and when I'd spoken with Michelle, roughly a year, your salaries, benefits for your park staff is about roughly $500,000. So that's where we started kicking around some projects, and we had talked about the retention wall along
Yeah.
Orange Road, and its cost was rather similar.
about the same.
And I
Yes.
think our strategy, I mean, as you can see in this, we are the general fund is taking a bit more of a chunk than usual to help, stuff that's typically in the parks, fire, or roads levy. But we wanted to use that money for capital needs as opposed to maybe those salaries, or, because those operating costs are going to be consistent for, these are more one-off things that we're trying to
Yeah.
propose.
Yeah.
I've got a slew of questions.
Sure.
So, I guess we can kind of start at the beginning. Going back to parks, we are planning also on expanding some of our community garden beds, correct?
Correct, at the existing community garden place.
And then did we land on whether or not we were going to encumber current year balances for the tornado siren that we had planned to construct this year, that it's going to actually be constructed early next year, hopefully?
Yes, so in 2025, we did propose to install 2 tornado sirens. There was a bit of a holdup because we were unsure of the southwest location. So we did propose funding for that for 2026 in hopes we should get the second siren. We started having conversations with Metro Parks and hopefully to have an area down there.
Are they're open to it?
It's not definite, but
in the process.
I've
We're hopeful.
we're
Cautiously
hopeful.
optimistic.
Yes.
All right,
But either way, if it's not Metro Parks, it'll be some area down there.
And with respect to the new fire station, so due to our fiscal management, we've been able to finance that station without doing an additional levy to support that, correct?
Correct.
That's excellent to hear.
And we'll actually hope to lock in the financing plan at the next board meeting. So this is based on our financial advisor. These are the estimated payment amounts.
And then we are paying off our ladder truck. Have we had discussion on whether or not that has any impact on our financing for the fire station? Do we have any concerns there?
We have spoken about it. I have not heard back from Bradley Payne with regards to that. I am waiting a call from Heather.
Okay.
But she will be here as well at the next meeting when those financing options are going to be presented to you.
Correct.
But we currently have estimates built into our appropriations of what the financing interest and principal payments
Yes.
would be.
Yes.
We were hoping to have Bale Canyon Phase 3 completed in 2026, but it looks like the construction timeline with the county might have been pushed back to 2027. And we're planning on saving up to the potential township contribution for that phase of Bale Canyon, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, the proposed project is it 4 or 5 million? I think it depends on the day. It's the most difficult phase out of the 3, and the most expensive. Unfortunately, we don't have the means to cover the cost, so we do need to lean heavily on the county to provide contributions. We were hoping to finish it next year. We did not get what we needed from the county to continue, so we will put the money that we can aside and hope that we can complete it in 27. While seeking grants too.
And then we also have budgeted to start the process for public engagement on a potential rewrite of our comprehensive land use plan after we've had consideration of our zoning code rewrite, correct?
Correct, yes.
And then a minute to breathe.
Yeah, so, I mean, the goal is
minute,
to,
rubbing against one.
once we complete the zoning rewrite, I would like to have the zoning department breathe and, focus on construction season with permitting and all that. So potentially late summer, early fall, we'll start the engagement strategy for the comprehensive land use plan. That's something that they say to update every 5 to 7 years, and our comp plan is from 2018, so it's a good time to do that towards the end of next year. And we will seek a consultant for that to get the best results.
And then how do our total appropriations for 2026 compared to our appropriations from 2025.
That's a Donna
So
question.
if you go to the very, very last page of your ginormous spreadsheet, you will see that 2025 appropriations were proposed at 12 million. Oh, goodness.
This is the
This
end.
isn't.
Yeah, we can't see the giant sum on this.
No,
And I think
okay.
the print,
Can you
print view, it doesn't
Mine
include the last.
is leaving off the fire and EMS. Hold on one second.
Yeah. But this one, the one that's printed doesn't include the OPWC grant, Vets Memorial, that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
all those other funds.
Can you go back down, Michelle?
I don't think it's cut off on my end
So
too.
there's a
there.
total there
Right there,
for
right there. Oh, there's a-
2026.
I just don't know what the
Yeah,
25
that
was.
is the total presented for you to, for 2026.
Can you sum column D as well, please?
Oh, boy.
Oh, we can't do that.
It's a magic. Can you copy and
Objection.
paste?
Todd, would you like to come to the microphone?
Yeah, like
This is Todd's annual meeting.
Yeah, what,
Todd Toby.
what I
You're
wanted-
starting to sweat in the back and wanted to...
I was just, there's a couple things I wanted, but on that column is where the appropriations were at the beginning of '25. We've done a little bit of
Modified.
increases,
Yeah, moving.
modifications throughout the year, so they're not, I can tell you they were slightly over 30 million for 2025. I can't tell you an exact number unless I go back to the office and look, but they were a little over 30 million this year.
And I could not get onto, for some reason, I couldn't get onto my remote desktop.
Okay.
So I
And the-
can't even.
the
do
But
it.
30
but I can also tell you, you can't sum that column because, like when Silas told me we do not have OPWC this next year because we do not have a project to request the 500,000 from OPWC, I deleted that line off. So it's only showing the 26 versus it
actual, not-
being blank, yes.
Whereas last year we had 500.
Last year we had 500,000, so you can't just sum that column.
Okay, but we could sum the non-grant line items.
You could sum the non-grant line items, although there is a potential, we eliminated line items for 26 that we had used in 25.
So we might leave out some of
It
them.
might leave out something,
We
yes.
appropriated.
But if you pull up the 26 version of this, or sorry, the 25 version of this and see what the box. in the
Yes,
number
you'd
of
see
white
what it
boxes.
said. And I can also go back, if you guys want to know, while you're looking at other stuff, I can go look at what we truly are appropriated as of today, what we've increased and decreased versus what we appropriated at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, because we have made a few appropriation
Yes.
changes.
Yeah,
since-
I'm in there now, Todd. Actually, I was able to get in, so just
Yeah,
give
if
me
we
a
can pull
second.
up the 2025 proposed budget.
That you will not be able to see up there. I don't believe
And
so.
one other thing I was going to comment on that Erica asked on earlier, she was looking for all the capital improvement funds. We'll have to come back to you to ask for each fund as we create it. We have the author, we're getting the budget to transfer it out at this point, out of
Gotcha.
the general fund or wherever, but we don't have each of those funds
created
already
yet.
created.
Yeah, okay.
Just wanted.
But it's in the spreadsheet, thank you.
It's in
Yeah,
there
so
as a
we can, like,
transfer
look
out
for it.
expense.
Yeah.
It'll switch from there to
Okay,
a
a separate line. Yep.
reserve. And there's also a reserve set up for retirement for fire.
Oh,
fire-
thank
Yes.
you.
Oh, yes.
That
yeah.
wasn't discussed earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
happy to chat on that too.
And just as it would take an action of the board to create those funds and move those money, you can at any time move those monies back to the levy fund or the originating fund. If we get lucky, we have some things come in a little bit less expensive than anticipated. Okay, so currently, our appropriations stand at, Michelle, if I email this to you, do you want to put it up, or you just want to give me?
You can tell it to me, I'll write it on here.
Okay.
I think that would be helpful.
Yeah.
Okey dokey, so final appropriations as of 11/19 today. We are at $31,680,793.16.
You can see so.
And that's including grants.
That is your expense. Those are just expenses. You mean grant revenue or,
Yes, sorry, I was trying to do some math in my head.
oh, that's okay.
So that total, that 31 million includes our appropriations to date?
Yes, your appropriations to date, no revenue.
And we budgeted for medical increase, just because we had a giant increase last year, and
Yep.
we.
Yeah, and that was one change as well, because we did have to create that additional blanket earlier in the meeting during the consent agenda. So that was why that number is higher than what was reflected when we met with the three of you individually.
Michelle, would you mind scrolling up a little bit? Our spreadsheet, hard copy is cut off at the total for Fire and EMS Services Fund. So scroll down a little bit so that that's the top of the screen. Line 294 being the top.
Do you want the fire EMS or fire levy?
We can see all that data.
Yeah.
Our
The
printout
spreadsheets are cut off after.
does not have below
Yeah.
line 294.
This
Sorry.
did this earlier when, I
It's
think when we
because,
sat down with
it's
Lisa.
because the print view is set up to, at
Oh,
that point, because
cut
at one
off.
point that must have been the
Okay.
end of our thing, and we just never.
Here you go. Here.
It's just Excel being something.
Yeah, so yeah, so
Perfect.
you need to see from there down.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Now, those might be a little bit off. I printed that, I believe, before Todd made some changes to it, but that's, I don't think, the,
But those are our grant funds.
yeah, they're the grant
generally.
funds, yeah.
If I could point one other thing out, out of this year's 33 million, 2.6 million of that is transfers out to capital improvement funds, and 1.6 is the latter payoff that we would have only been spending about $300,000 on 318 if we weren't doing it, so that's an extra 1.3.
Okay.
So that's almost $4 million of the $33 million budget is those items that we're doing.
Okay.
So
yeah, makes sense.
2.6 million is transfers out.
2.6 million is transfers out between either the fire levy or the general fund.
And what was the latter payoff?
What?
What was the latter
1.7.
payoff?
The latter payoff is about 1.7, and we would have paid 318,000 for our yearly payment.
Gotcha.
So that's an extra 1.4.
Yeah, so those 2.6 million in particular that are essentially moving money between our funds, between our bank accounts from our quote-unquote checking to savings is showing up as appropriation even though it's not being spent.
And it allows us to purchase
In-
things in
in
the future
full.
without having to take loans and pay interest. So basically, we're saving
And
for
without
it.
having to appropriate it out of your balance of your general fund and your balance of your fire levy fund, because you've already set it aside for that purpose. So then you'll appropriate it out of those funds, but the money's already there and you're not taking it out of your levies.
And those funds last for 10 years, is that what it is?
Yes, yeah, the resolution will be valid for 10 years, and you can continue them. You get to that point. I know currently that all of the projects that we had presented, we're going to wrap up rather quick. But you can, once we get through those, we have future needs, whether it be somewhat extended, yes, you have up to 10 years. A good indicate, or a good purpose for that would be the fire retirement payouts. Not knowing, there's a difference between when they're available to retire and then when they actually retire, yeah.
So we have comparable appropriations essentially to last
Yeah.
year,
Yeah,
which
great.
is good to see.
Because things also are more expensive.
Yes. Any additional questions or discussion?
I don't have any.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Okay.
Well, we really appreciate it. I think we have another year of exciting projects and
We do.
needs that we'll accomplish, and happy to keep things chugging along.
Thank you guys for working through the process. I know it's your job, but we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks to the
Well,
fiscal team. I mean, Todd, Donna have been incredible with all this, and I'm not a numbers person. I'm just a just
Well, no,
say
I
things.
thank all of the cooperation of the department heads. We really we couldn't do that without everybody's combined effort, so thank you very much.
Yeah, a lot of discussion and detail has gone in this process, so thank you. I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-309, approval of 2026 permanent appropriations.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Okay, and as if we didn't speak of enough money, let's move on to the October 2025 bank reconciliation numbers. So we have ended the month at $34,826,453. We currently have a year-to-date revenue at $23,845,869, with our expenses year-to-date amount coming in at $19,343,062, with a total outstanding reserve for encumbrance, also known as outstanding purchase orders. We are at $7,414,161. All accounts have been balanced and rectified.
Any questions or discussions regarding the bank reconciliation?
I have none.
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-306, review of the October bank reconciliation and financial reports.
Second. Roll call, trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust? Yes. Trustee Ringle?
Yes.
And that is all for the fiscal report. Thank you.
Thank you, Fiscal Officer Batten. Next is our administration report.
Yes, thank you. I just have one cleanup item in regards to the land bank appointment, and I apologize for not catching this at the last meeting as I was unable to be there. But the county would like to appoint myself to be on the land bank board for 2 years, and I believe the last resolution had it for 1 year. So I get to stay on it longer.
Thank you for the additional year
Sure.
commitment.
That's all I have, thank you.
Questions regarding that appointment?
I have none.
Seeing none, I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 25-307 to amend Resolution 25-289 and appoint Michelle Bonney to a 2-year term on the Delaware County Land Bank Board.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust? Yes. Trustee Ringle?
Yes. And then I believe we have need for an executive session this evening as well. So I will make a motion to approve Resolution 25-308 to enter into executive session for the purpose of considering the employment or dismissal of a public employee. Invited to attend is the board, Fiscal Officer Batten, Administrator Bonney, Zoning Director Duffy, and HR Director Krementzer.
Second. Donnie, call the roll. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, guys. Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust? Yes. Trustee Ringle? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep you on your toes, guys.
I'd just be able to approve a budget and run.
And we're on.
I will make a motion to approve Resolution 25-309, return to regular session.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringo?
Yes, and then seeing no additional business before us this evening, I will make a motion to approve Resolution 25-310, meeting adjournment.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringo?
Yes, meeting adjourned.